by bringing it down the head, bringing it to over where the jugulars are supposed to be. And then we're going to come to the other side of the head and put in a vein by this under ear. That one come down the chin a little bit. Alright, so one little head is done. I'm going to move on to the limbs. I'm going to start on the inner ankle and make it kind of a fan where they're coming down the leg and spreading out onto the side of the foot and over the top of the foot. You want them dark enough to be visible when you're done blending, but not so dark that they look choppy or scribbled on with a Sharpie. And then blend those in. And then on the outside, kind of the same premise. You don't want to go right over the top of the little ankle bone. You're going to go hit it with both sides or hit around it. Now on the thighs, if you've ever sat on the toilet and looked at your legs, you know that your thighs have a mess of veins, spiderwebbed all over the place. At least on mine, because I'm super pale and very unattractive when it comes to veins showing up where they're just not beautiful to look at. So just give them some little veins, kind of like what you would see on your own legs. Again, there's a heavy vein that comes down the inside of the leg that supplies most of the blood for the whole leg. So this inside one can be a little darker than the rest and more visible. You want a little bit near the knee. And some on the outside of the knee. And number 2 leg. Get up in the thigh area. On the little knee. The other side of the little knee. This one's a little bit on the verge of just about too dark, but if I wasn't going to be painting more paint on top of that, I would be taking that vein off. It's a little dark, but it'll be fine because I have lots of layers to come, so it'll kind of blend in and sink in. Alright, so some arms. On the back of the hand, we give it some little tiny, these tiny babies are a little more tricky for the people who have a struggle seeing, because your veins just need to be very tiny. You have some that shoots off towards your thumb. Very gentle not to smear these ones out of existence, because the whole hand will turn blue if you're not careful. Right, now on the palm side, we're gonna do a similar shape. This one branches up onto the thumb and up onto the palm of the hand, but also has some on the wrist area. Now brownies are critters that are supposed to be only out at night, so they don't get a whole lot of sun exposure, so I'm not going to make my brownies very, very tan looking. I guess there is most likely the possibility of various ethnicities and different regions around the world where their skin coloring is variant upon the local peoples. But my brain pictures them as kind of fair-skinned, kind of opalescent type skin where it almost looks transparent, and that's what we're going to try to go for with the coloring on these little critters. Almost done with this one. And then I'll start the next tutorial on the first layers of the skin tones, which is the reds and purples. Okay, I think that this little guy's done. I'll move on to Tully, but I'll do that on my own. Okay, I will see you in a minute.